and I pressed it. I was like, that is as old school as it gets. I can't even do it, but it's like an old school jingle. All you picture is like potentially 1943. And like, it's not vaudeville, but it's in the realm. It's in like a certain groove. That is old school. Get this. A house explodes in Hamilton Township. The woman who owned the home was a professional clown. She went by Jingles. Oh my God. What are the odds, ladies and gentlemen? Mays Landing, Hamilton Township. Jingles the clown. I'm not laughing because it is kind of sad. It was a nice, sizable home. I don't even have a house. Yet Jingles the clown had a house. And she probably grew up in a show world where, it was normalized to, always perform, and earned her money through entertaining for many years. I have no idea. But her house exploded. The news piece that I saw didn't explain it. To me, it seemed like a gas. Like, clearly it would be a gas issue. But we have Haddad's Jingles, a filming going on, a police car chase filming going on in Philadelphia, and around the same time someone's house explodes. Jingles the clown's house explodes. The thing is, it's not funny because you feel sorry for the person and any pets or whomever might have been harmed and who has to be put out of their home and live somewhere else, for a while. Hopefully she had insurance and so forth and so on. But can you imagine a news person trying to seriously report on Jingles the Clown? And they sent in the best from Channel 6 in terms of being serious. Right. So they sent in someone who could probably do the job without totally bursting out. She does have a way of maintaining seriousness, but I wondered, because not everybody would have gotten all that information. I noticed on the mailbox there was a big J, so she took pride in being, Jingles the Clown. And anyway, her entire house down. She was out gardening when this fire, to me it looked like an explosion because the entire house was flattened. Anyway. So the coincidences we have so far this week, we have Haddad's trailer company for movie filmmaking, and their jingle on their website, which is super old school, right at the top of the website with little notes. And then Jingles the Clown having her home explode in New Jersey, and Haddad's was here in Philadelphia, same time period. Then yesterday we have some guy who first went into an office building across the street from Brandy Melville, then goes to Brandy Melville, steals some clothes, and then fires 5 shots. Sorry. This bucket is reminding me, do it right. Sharon, you can't tongue twist. Lowe's. 5 shots fired. Peter Pickle Peppercorn, And Melville being a famous author's name for Moby Dick, and Starbuck being the main character, first mate on some ship. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Pequod or something, Pequod. I don't know how to pronounce it. So, and Starbucks itself, founded in Seattle, 1971, being inspired by the character Starbuck. And Seattle, of course, has Puget Sound, Puget Sound, which is actually spelled P-U-G-E-T. So Puget Sound, P-U-Get Sound. A sound, of course, is a body of water. If you're sophisticated enough to call it that way, or old school enough, I guess it's an old school. We have bodies of water going by different names these days. Well, Puget Sound's always been there. And there's been lots of whale watching there, lots of whales. We have the Loch Bar, L-O-C-H. I guess if you're Scottish, it would be like the Loch Bar. I don't know how Scots pronounce loch, but it's like Loch Ness Monster. We also have Mitchell and Ness, a sporting goods store. There's so many connections, it gets crazy. It's crazy. There goes an ambulance over Market Street Bridge towards the 30th Street Station and the old post office right here. So that's the little talk today. So I don't know what to say, but I was sort of prompted, if you will, to talk about that. I don't always love talking. I actually want to make quiet ASMR videos. It keeps coming up, so it's like I'll just put it out there. I don't get paid to keep secrets or anything. I don't know if there's a secret club or a secret code, or if people actually belong to agencies, like actually have jobs out there, and have been sort of, maybe they're people who actually kind of spy or investigate in such a way, and maybe they'd be sworn to secrecy because they don't want like some sort of mass, population problem of people going berserk over something like that, should they believe it to be very important. Of course, if you wind up handled to death and wind up in a situation like this young man at Melville, and I don't know who it was, I know it was a guy, so then you would want to know about this. I'm wondering if that guy felt like he was pushed at all by invisible forces, or how good are higher powers that be. And we're not talking God or whatever, we're talking people in the community who get to get 6 figures and more to show up on CNN for stuff. Like, say it were a worst case and he shot like 10 people. And they, 5 died or 10, then it would be a mass shooting. Then you have people on CNN, you have, MSNBC, da-da-da. And then the guy who might have been handled, I'm just suggesting, why there's a whole court proceeding. Then you have 50,000 YouTubers who jump on the train. And they get viewed, they get more views, they get more views, they get more views. They get chats, live streams. There's a whole system, as I say in my little independent indie published book, Duplicity and Duress, that salivates at the bit. They're hoping every day, we need this many views. And TV is operated by views. The Nelson ratings. So whatever it is, like we grew up with knowing this kind of stuff, and somehow that information got lost or pushed behind. But television has